As y'all can see, today's title is called The Truth About Life and Death. Let's talk about it, right? Because a lot of us fear death, man. And this fear of death, right? This belief in death, first off, which leads to this fear of death, which then is supported by this misinformation about life. So today we finna talk about what life, like what is life? What is this shit? You see what I'm saying? We gonna figure it out today. Cause see, we think we know what life is, right? But we don't know. We gonna find out today how much we didn't know about life and death. What we have been taught, what that which is death. All right. Now, before we can dive into it, we have to start with the understanding of the physical avatar and how it works. Okay? So this is going to always bring us back to science. Right? So there's no way to discuss history. Because in this university, this is where you come to learn real black history. Because we not black or Latino. We are gods and goddesses. But this is where you come, the University of Cosmic Intelligence. This is where you come to learn your true history. Because they ain't going to tell you this shit in school. They ain't going to tell it to you in no HBCU. And they ain't going to tell it to you on the news. We got to get this shit from us. All right? This is from us for us. You get what I'm saying? From us for us. The way it need to be. You know what I'm saying? We can relate. We can relate. All right? So, you being a non-ether being, if you have carbon in your skin, which why they call you black people, Latino people, you have carbon in your skin. All right? Carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. This is a scientific fact. All right? If you want to challenge it, I have no problem pulling it up on the chalkboard. I have no problem pulling anything I'm saying up on the chalkboard. All right? Don't make me go to the chalkboard unless the chalkboard is needed. Okay? So you have carbon in your skin. But where does this carbon come from? What does this carbon do? This carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. I repeat, for those in the back of the class, you know, you got motherfuckers in the back ain't paying attention, niggas in the comments talking shit like, yeah, nigga, we was gonna link up in here anyway, the nigga late. Look, pay attention in the back. Okay? You have carbon in your skin. Okay? In school, they never taught us what this was. They told us this was just skin in a meat suit. They taught you in school that you are just a body. So you grow up, right? You come into this world, life, through this portal called birth, and you are fully aware that you are a soul and a spirit with a soul contract, with a mission to complete that only you can uniquely complete. Every soul has its own soul contract you came here to do that only you can do, can't no motherfucking body else do but you. Right? So when you get here as a baby, nigga, you pop out the womb, you know all this shit. But your parents didn't understand you. You was telling them what you came to do. Look, so I came to do this, and this, nigga. But that just came across to your parents as, wah. You just sound like you Googling and you Gaga and shit. You feel me? Because your parents have already grew out of their shell, their soul from when they were babies. Okay? So when you first get here as a baby, as a new soul, we can't say new soul because every soul isn't a new soul. All right? But when you first come here, we're talking about 93 beings. When you first get on this planet, right? You come out this portal called a womb. All right? Because remember, a lot of people think that birth is that the baby is in the womb for 9 months. That's not how it works. That's not a fact. Let's tear that down today. Let's tear that down today right now, man. All right? every single baby born, let's start with birth. We talking life, we talking death. We're going to start with birth. And we know about this carbon, and it's the basis from which all life is formed. Keep that in the back of your mind. And this carbon, before we go into birth, this carbon, if you want to know where it comes from, this carbon comes from dark matter energy. In the science community, they call it antimatter, nigga. Antimatter, right? This carbon in your skin, you can channel the sun's frequency with this shit if you got this carbon. That's why they call you black or Latino. This carbon is the reason why they kill you and chop you up. Okay? But this carbon, all right, it is the liquid form of dark matter energy. Okay? So in space, in the cosmos, I'm talking in the space. Space is nothing but dark matter energy. That's what darkness is. Dark matter energy. All right? And it's the most powerful form of energy in the scientific community. They call it antimatter. All right? And this is what they be trying to get their hands on, but they can't get it. But they can get a form of it through this carbon that we possess. Because the liquid form of dark matter energy is carbon. That's why carbon is the basis from which all life is formed. Okay? You gotta understand this about this carbon. This is not melanin. This is imperative to understand this before we go on to birth. All right, and I'm going to keep drilling this in y'all head because I know y'all been hearing the term melanin for years. All right, and a lot of new people is coming in here every day finding out about my university. This is not melanin, family. This is carbon. All right, carbon. All right, human beings have melanin. Right, melanin is there to protect you from the sun's rays. Okay? I repeat, melanin is to protect you from the sun's rays. This is why black people and Latino people, we do not possess melanin. We have the real form of melanin, which is called neuromelanin, which is a dark pigment. Okay? All right? We have neuromelanin, which is found inside the mitochondrial DNA inside of the cells of us, black and Latino beings, sun beings. We have chromosomes, all right? DEA and RNA. Okay? Now, understand this. Okay? Understand this shit is deep now. This shit is deep now because they didn't teach us this shit in school. Okay? But this is the true reason why they can't stand your black ass, nigga. And you're Latino. It has nothing to do with, you think, let's be real. So y'all think white people in America been killing blacks and Latinos all over the planet because they skin is different? Color? You really believe that's the reason? Are you serious, Sway? Sway? How, Sway? Think about it. Do you really believe these people have been killing you and your ancestors for 550 years just because your skin, your pigmentation is different than theirs? Come on now. No. Nigga, this shit is magical, nigga. Nigga, this shit is carbon, family. This shit makes you a god. Nigga, all of their weapons. The truth about life, if you didn't know, every fucking gun, I keep telling y'all, in the military, every fucking gun, period, is made out of the dead bodies of us. When people die, they go dig the bodies up and they chop our bodies up and they sell parts to the black market. They sell hearts, they sell livers, intestines, legs, all that shit, right? A lot of this stuff is for them to drain the carbon. This the same carbon they use in our atoms, in our cells, they use to make the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb was made out of the cells of us, nigga. All right? And you're carbon. Why do you think when you shoot a gun, you gotta clean it? After shooting a gun so many times, you gotta clean it, don't you? Because if you keep shooting that gun, what's gonna happen? It's gonna jam, right? Now, when you get the gun clean, Ask them, why is the gun jamming? They're going to tell you because it has carbon buildup, nigga. That's what made your gun jam. That's what made it dirty. It's called carbon buildup, nigga. Right, because guns are made out of our fucking bodies, nigga. Facts. Guns, tanks, bullets, nigga. All the weaponry, nigga, comes from these avatars. Because they really avatars. But they taught us that these were called bodies. This is the avatar for your soul and your spirit. This is just the car for your motherfucking soul and your spirit. That's what a body is. You are not your body, nigga. You are not the body. What? You are not the body. You are not your body, family. You leave your body every night when you go to sleep. The body stay here, you leave, nigga. That's what dreams are. Your dreams are your memories from your other lives on other planets and other realms and other realities and other galaxies. We are multidimensional beings. I'm going to tell y'all this shit sun up, sun down. Nigga, it's going to always be that, nigga, with me. It ain't going to never change, nigga. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, catch me in the street, nigga, catch me in Astros, nigga. It's the truth. It's the facts of life. The true facts of life, nigga. All right? So, now let's start with this baby. Let's start as babies, though. Let's work our way through this shit now. Now that we know what this carbon shit about, let's work our way through this shit they call life. You know? And we ain't got all day, so we ain't gonna turn it to no 25-hour lecture, but we gonna make it make sense in the time that it takes to make it make sense. You feel me? So look, birth is the first portal you come through. As a soul, you are a soul and a spirit if you have carbon in your skin. Now, if you are watching this university and you're a human being, that means Caucasian, Asian, Mexican, Dravidian, Arab, that means that you don't have carbon in your skin. You have melanin in your skin, which is why y'all can't take that much sunlight. And the sunlight kills you and it starts cooking your skin and stuff unless you have the suntan lotion. All right? That's why. Because I know they lied to human beings too. They got y'all thinking we all one human race, but we not. Y'all ancestors are not from here. Y'all ancestors came here through portals in the Caucasus Mountains on ships that they stole from planet Egypt on their escape from planet Nern where they were created at. Okay? That's just as cordial as I can be about the shit now. All right? I can't do nothing else for y'all, okay? I'm saying as smooth as that. You feel me? That's all I can do for y'all out there. All right? We're going to keep it going. We back to us. Now, back to us. You know what I'm saying? We are souls and we have soul and we have spirit. Us black Latino people that they've been, against forever. You know what I'm saying? That all the scientific inventions, they got their faces on it. You feel me? Everything, every important invention made in history, if you go Google it right now, you're going to see a white dude with a fat ass beard. He ain't invented shit. You see what I'm saying? But they going to put his face on it up. They got you thinking the only thing black motherfuckers made was some peanut butter, a hot comb, the heart, the trap, motherfucking trap. Nigga, we made everything, nigga. When I say black people / Latino people, the gods and goddesses, invented everything, we invented everything, okay? Everything. So there's no need to even name shit. I just said it. Everything. Nigga. Did he say everything? We made everything. Nigga, I'ma just call it a spade. Ain't don't even need a name and shit out. You ain't gotta name it. We made it, nigga. Came here from here first, nigga. Facts. So, now, we have souls and we have spirits. Once again, the spirit is electricity. The soul is magnetism. So, having a soul is our ability gives us the ability to attract things to us. Things we think, things we say, because we are literally magnets. So everything we say and think is magnetized. You get it? So this is why you attract things to you with what you say out your mouth, because you have a soul, which is a magnet. We know what a soul is. We heard it, but let's talk what's the science of a soul. The soul is magnetism. It's your magnet. It's what pulls people to you. They are pulled to your soul. When motherfuckers die, you don't miss their body because the body is still in the casket. You be missing their soul, their life force, their personality. Right, the soul, nigga. That's the soul, nigga. That leaves. The body stays. You see the body in the casket, don't you? Body be right there like the nigga sleep. Nigga, Once you see what I'm saying? They not asleep though. They gone. So keep that in your mind when you're thinking about birth. Okay? You come here as a soul on a mission. This is why you can't judge nobody by their age. A wise soul knows never to judge ones by their age because the soul is timeless. See, we before his story, it was us. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Before his story, it was us. All right? Before time. Remember, time starts with history, nigga. Before time, nigga, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. 1901, 1902, them years, there was us. You can't enumerate us. Remember that you are the soul and the spirit. That's what makes you God. That's what God is. The soul, the spirit, the life force. And your soul and spirit and life force, if you have carbon in your skin, is connected to everybody else with a soul and spirit that has carbon in their skin, and not just every being on the planet, but the animals, the plants, and the insects as well. Facts. We are connected to every living thing. That's how powerful you is. It's kind of freaky when you first think about it. You're like, damn, what? It fucked you up. It did me like that. You be like, what? But then when you meditate on it and you get more tapped in with yourself, it's easy to see how you connected to the sun, how you connected to that moon, the real moons, not the holographic moon that they showing us here. That moon isn't real. That's a holographic image they projecting on the planet. They could turn the moon on and off like a motherfucking light, nigga. You hear me? So know that you come here as a soul, and the first portal that you enter through this realm through is the vagina. Understand that a woman's vagina is actually a portal into this realm for the soul. It's deeper than just, oh, that's a pussy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of goddesses don't even know that. Cause you thinking that this is what they teach us in school. They got us believing that motherfuckers have sex, the sperm come out, nigga nut, sperm travel, hit the egg, boom, the baby starts developing, and once the baby starts developing, the baby is a body. They got you believing you a body, so you think the baby is a body. Alright? So you like the baby just a body. So when the baby's developing inside the womb, you think the baby alive. Especially when y'all feel the baby moving and kicking, you're like, I was kicking, he kicking. She kicking. No, there's no soul or spirit in that body yet. What you are feeling is the weight of the body moving around in the water, bumping up against you. That soul and that spirit doesn't enter the body of the baby until the moment of conception. That's when her water breaks. That's when your water breaks. If you didn't know, because they don't teach us this in school. They got you thinking the baby it's just a body inside of you. Remember, you are the soul and the spirit inside of the body. The body just the car that you ride around this realm in. Understand the esoteric facts of what you are. So what they taught you was birth is not birth. It's actually your entrance into this realm. You enter through the portal. The portal you enter through is the womb of that mother. Now, once that soul gets here, right? It has a divine contract. That soul has a divine contract and it knows exactly what it's supposed to do the moment it get here. But then it gets corrupted by the parents. We get to teaching the baby English and shit, which is, we know that English is a witchcraft language. Now that we know, but we didn't know. But English, all European love languages. Witchcraft, but the most powerful language is the English language. It's full of witchcraft. All this shit. Witchcraft. That's why the English language has so many words. They got sound the same, but got 4 different meanings. C. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many of them. Right? In the English language. And then you using these words and you program and infuse these words into the spirit and soul of that new avatar, which we call a baby. But the first 2 years, you can't really even program that baby. That baby's soul and spirit strong. Once they about 3, 4, then it start getting broken in. By 5, it got to go to school and they get fully broken in and indoctrinated. So kindergarten was nothing more than them bleaching the soul, the first bleaching of the soul. Because school is nothing but a programming center for the soul. You see what I'm saying? To limit your thought capacity. All school ever did was educate us. See what I'm saying? Now go look up the etymology of the word educate. And then you come back and tell me what it tell you. See what I'm saying? Go look up the etymology of the word educate. And then you come back and tell me what Google tell you. See what I'm saying? 2 seconds to do it. It don't take that long. So you can understand that's why etymology powerful. Because as a soul and a spirit, you have to understand the witchcraft that's being cast over us daily. Just with words. Little words. Little words. Little words. So the whole purpose of school is to redirect the soul's mission away from what they came here to do. And they don't just use school, they use the parents. A lot of the parents then felt think about it. When you a young soul, everybody had dreams of what they wanted to be when they got older. Yes, they did. Every motherfucker, boy, when you was a kid, boy, everybody stood up and raised their hand in kindergarten. Nigga, when the teacher said, what you want to be when you grow up, nigga stood up, I want to be a fireman. I want to be a scientist. I want to be this. Niggas want to be. Now look at niggas. Same niggas that stood in kindergarten and was like, I want to be fireman, this and this. How many actually become what they raised their hand and said they wanted to be from their soul as kindergartners? By the time you get to 12th grade in high school, life then robbed you of your innocence, family. It's completely gone. Hell, some motherfuckers don't even make it out of high school. Drop out. I dropped out of high school. See what I'm saying? You feel me? I went back and got my shit, but I dropped out though. So that's what I'm saying. What happened to kindergarten? What happened to that soul? You know how many motherfuckers? And it's crazy because it don't just be school. It's society. We talking about the truth about life right now. Let us not forget why we are gathered here today. We talk about the truth about life and death. Let us not forget why we are gathered here today. You know how many young innocent souls get molested as kids in the house? Between kindergarten and 12th grade? Watch their mom strung out on drugs, or watch their mom get beat by their boyfriends, or grew up watching their uncle getting high. The way society is structured, it is designed to crush that new soul. They're not just using the education system to do it. They're using the everyday life events that they created, our oppressors created, to steer that soul away from its soul contract. And You live your whole life, right? By the time you get to high school, you done forgot why the fuck you came here. Now you grown. Now all you resorting to is what you learned in religion and what they told you in school. So you feel like, hey, if I could just go get me at least a 9 to 5, shit, settle down, find me a wife, settle down, find me a husband, have me some kids, cool, I made it. That's what most people end up settling for. Facts. By the time they 26, 27, motherfucker like, man, at this point, if I want to find me a good job, give me a good wife, give me a good husband, settle down, have some kids, man, and shit, you know, grow old and then die and then go to heaven and meet Jesus. And then everything gonna be okay from there. That's what you believe life is. That's what we were taught. Facts. You know how many motherfuckers be looking forward to death because life's so fucked up? Nigga be like, man, shit, nigga. Once this shit over with, nigga, I live the good one, so I know I'm going to meet Jesus. You see? You see how they do you? They said they do you. We talk about the soul. We talk about the truth about life and death right now. So now you came here to Earth, aka Planet Kai, on a mission. You entered through a portal called the womb that human beings have programmed the gods to believe is called life. Okay, I repeat. So you entered onto this planet Kai, aka Earth, through a portal that humans have programmed the gods to believe is a womb or called life. They manipulate and harness your electricity and your energy and your soul and your magnetism, your entire existence in this simulation called life. You never come and emit the proper energy, electrical impulses that you need to here in this simulation called life. So what do I mean by emit electrical impulses? You are at your base form, you are electricity. Everything you do leaves an electrical imprint on the Akashic records of the planet. The Akashic records, all right, is like a holographic library that exists that documents every event that ever took place on this planet has been documented by the Akashic records. Because for anything to transpire in this material realm, it requires energy. So if it requires energy and electricity, that means it has to leave an electrical blueprint. So like every little thing you do, when you think, when you move your hand, when you look to the left, look to the right, that leaves an electrical blueprint on the Akashic records of the planet. The planet is alive. All right? So, yeah, the Akashic records, the only way to enter them is through meditative, through us. We the only ones that can access it. They can't. They be trying. And the other entry point is in the pyramids. You can actually enter through the pyramids too. Right? And they can't get there. So, yeah, it get deep, but this is what they program you to believe life is. Right? Let's stay focused. So, you enter through this portal, right? And now you're in this reality, this simulation that they call a reality or life. And you never emit any electrical impulses here. You never leave any because you spent your entire life not fulfilling your soul contract that only you were able to do. You gave your electricity and your magnetism, which is your spirit and your soul, away to false gods that don't even exist because they programmed you to do so. Your entire life. Then they teach you that death is a real thing. That one day you leave and that's it. You only live once. Ain't that what they say? They even made it a popular quote when Drake was rapping it. YOLO. I would never rap that spell casting witchcraft shit. What I like you don't know. No, you don't only live once. So why would I say that? All right. Why would I lie to myself like that? At your base form, you are energy. Energy don't die, dissipate. This is the science of you. This is the molecular biology of us. This cannot be argued. At your base form, you are 666. We talking photon energy, plasma energy, orgon energy, carbonated beings. You cannot argue that science of you. You can't dispute that with what? Dispute it with what? Dispute it with what? With what? A joke? Okay, a joke is a joke. That still ain't gonna change the science though. We can laugh at the joke, but after we laugh at the joke, the science still the science though. The math still the math though. 2 plus 2 gonna always be 4. See what I'm saying? See, science and numbers is the language of the universe. See, when I talk to y'all, I talk the language of the universe. Fuck all that fancy shit. See what I'm saying? They try to lose you with that shit. Fuck all that fancy shit. I go dissect they bullshit and bring it back to y'all and break it down and give it to the hood the right way. You feel me? Like, I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? And when they got you believing and giving your power to religion and false gods your whole life, right? Believing in Jesus and all that type of shit. You leave no electrical imprint. You do not fulfill your soul contract at all. Then your ass sit here and you believing in time. We've been believing in time our whole life. All right? They trick us to believe in something called time, which is the only reason death is possible. Let me repeat. Before they came, these avatars never did what they call die. Remember, because you don't die. Even when the avatar died, the soul and spirit just leaves, transcends the planet, and goes into the astral planes, or it finds another body. Keep in mind, you have bodies on every planet, every galaxy, right? So there's no such thing as death, right? But in that physical sense of what they tell you death is, right? Your avatar did not always do that. These didn't always do that. All right? So what changed it? We talking about the truth about life and death. What brought about what they call death or this belief? What do you think death is? When you think of death, you think of the aging of the avatar of the body, right? Somebody getting older, and then like, because you can die old, you can die young, right? But you literally think about, when you think of death, you think of this avatar, their body being killed, right? Not being able to move anymore, not having any life force in it anymore. So you think immediately, I'm not gonna see this person again. This is the last time. I'm not gonna see them again to heaven or some shit. You feel? Because you believing in this heaven, right? But in reality, these bodies didn't always go through that phase. Before they landed on our planet in their year 1492, these bodies never died at all. What brings about the decaying of these bodies, which is what we call death, right? Right? Or even an aging of the body, because even if you shoot somebody in the head, right? You got people that get shot in the head, and you ever wonder why some people don't die when they get shot in the head? And then you got some people get shot in the leg and they die. All right? It has nothing to do with them getting shot. It has nothing to do with them getting shot. That's not what unplugs you out of this matrix. This is a simulation. They unplug you out of this matrix. You don't hear me. This is a simulation. That's not what unplugged you out the matrix. It might come across in this reality as a gunshot, but that ain't what unplugged you out this simulation. See what I'm saying? That's how deep it get. That ain't what be unplugging them out these simulations. And then it was a time when you could never get unplugged because they are using chemical warfare to create this false narrative of what we know as death. For example, let's start with aging. The body only ages and decays because of the fact that they spray chemicals in our air called oxygen. We not supposed to breathe oxygen. I keep telling y'all that. We normally breathe hydrogen. Oxygen is suffocating us slowly. It causes us to rust out from the inside out because the bone, your bones, is actually a low form of metal. Okay? It's a low form of metal. So when we breathe in this oxygen, it's causing us to rust from the inside out. This is what brings about the aging of the body as people get quote unquote older. Now, the second thing is time, the belief in time. So they taught us to believe in time, which does not exist. All right. I keep telling y'all, time is man-made. It's a spell. It's a spell that was given to the human beings by the Arcturians. Now, if you don't know who the Arcturians is, you probably never heard of them. The Arcturians, all right, is an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, all right, that is not from this planet. All right. That's all you need to know about the Arcturians. But time is an actual spell that was given to the human beings to cast over us, the gods. So we are literally frozen in time. Years don't exist. That's why I keep telling y'all. Years, days, months, it do not exist. It's a fucking illusion they created. And that's why I always break down time with when I tell people something simple like this. Crack the matrix. Name all the days. I always say that. And that'll just, thinking about that'll fuck your head up. Like, hold on. He right. It's 365 days in the year, they say, but I only can name 7 of them bitches. That'll fuck your head up. If you really think about that, like, hold the fuck on. I'm only repeating the same 7 days over and over and over and over again. I can't do that with no money. I can't do that with no money. I can't do that. I can't do that with no money. So yeah, look, right? I can't do that with no money, right? So I can't say, right? I can't say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. If I owe you $200, right? I can't do this. Hold on. Now we talk about time, y'all. Now, I can't sit here and recount money over and over and over again. Can I? No, I can't. I can't do that. So how the fuck we doing that with time, nigga? I'm just being real. I name all the days in the year. A motherfucker will never be able to do that. That cracks time right there. And you can't do it with no money. And you can't sit here and say it's 365 motherfucking days in a year, right? But then you only name 7 of them. You cannot say it's 365 motherfucking days in a year, but then you only name 7 days, fam. In our whole life, we done did it, nigga. Our whole life, we done did it, nigga. Time does not exist. They got us celebrating birthdays and shit. We count years that don't even exist. Nigga talking about he 80. Nigga, you was not 80. But you believe you 80, that's why you look like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You've been counting time your whole life. You know what I'm saying? You counting these years, but you can't even name the days. If it's 360, before we count a year, what's a year, nigga? A year consists of 365 days. All right, name them. Name them. Nigga can't name, a nigga cannot name out 365 days, nigga. Nigga gonna only name 7, nigga. Talking about what they repeat. Okay, well, let's do that with money then, since they repeat. If I owe your ass $200, like I always say, nigga, fuck that. I owe you $400 since it repeat like that. This is what I'm going to do when I owe you $400. I got 520s. I'm going to do just like this. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380, 400. I got your 400. And I'm walking up out of there, nigga. And you better not say I owe you shit, nigga. You hear me? I don't owe you shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about, fam. I paid you, fam. Nigga, we can fight about this shit then, nigga. I just gave you the whole 400, fam. What you trying to do? You hear me? You ain't gonna hold me out here, fam. What you gonna have to get this shit in blood, nigga? You feel me, nigga? I paid you the whole 400, nigga. Right. We gonna be scrapping at me. Cause you gonna be like, nah, nigga. You ain't, when nigga, we scrapping then. Nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. You ain't never gonna get me no. You see what I'm saying? So why is we doing it with time? Why is we doing it with time then, nigga? Miss me with that, it's 365 days in a motherfucker. You nigga, it's 7, nigga. Nigga, it's 7, nigga. Nigga, name them, nigga. Name the other 357 days then, nigga. You hear me? What the other 358? Name them, nigga. Then I'll believe it's 365 days in a year. So if it's only 7 days in a year, then what the fuck? What's a month? What's a month now? Now you totally gotta restructure years, months, days, weeks. What the fuck is a minute then, nigga? You see what I'm saying? Shit just get wild, don't it? Right. This shit don't exist. And they bitch ass lied, had us believing in that shit. We celebrating time. Nigga sitting there counting years. They don't even say, yeah, nigga, I'm 32, nigga. How, nigga, when there's only 7 days in a year, if that's the case? Because they only naming 7, nigga. So how old are you really now that we know it's 7 days in a year? Now how old is niggas? Right, nigga. Right, nigga. Right. Motherfuckers getting younger than a motherfucker, ain't they? Niggas like, hold on now. To death. Let's get to death. Right? We've been talking about life. Let's get to death, though. So what happens at death? Right? What we call death. The soul and the spirit leaves the avatar. All right? The soul and the spirit leaves the avatar. But it didn't always do this. Right? So now because of time, that's how we got the time. Something about time. Remember I was telling you about breaking down time. Because of the belief in time and breathing in all this oxygen, you begin to age, and it leads you to this point they call death. And also your belief in it. Now they gave you religion your whole life just for this point of death. So you basing everything you know about death off religion. Like, okay, well, when you die, if you do good, you go to heaven. You do bad, you go to hell. Ain't no heaven to hell. That's a motherfucking lie, nigga. You know what happened at death? Y'all know what really happened at death? Nigga, what they call death is nothing more than your soul and your spirit leaving the avatar, nigga. You leave the avatar. Now you got 2 options. You can turn around to that darkness, nigga, and keep going to other realms, other galaxies, and keep moving because you've already experienced this reality called Earth. Or you can go into the motherfucking light, nigga. You got 2 options at what they call death, because when your soul and spirit leaves the avatar, it takes 40 to 72 days for it to fully leave the planet. So when somebody dead, they soul and their spirit still be in the atmosphere though. It takes 40 to 72 days for a soul and spirit to fully transcend this atmosphere after the point of what they call death, nigga. Hear me? So look. Once you at that point, you got 2 options. You can either A, go into the light, or B, go into the darkness. If you go into the fucking light, that's the moonlight. You're going to go into the moon's light, it's going to pull your ass in, and they're going to bleach your soul of its memories and redirect it back into earth, and that's what we call reincarnation. Okay? You don't want to do that. That's what a lot of you have been doing. Going into the moonlight. No soul that's here is new. Every soul born after 1950, to be exact, is an ancient soul, and they call us indigo children. So if you have carbon in your skin, black or Latino, and you were born after the year 1950 on back to now, you are an ancient soul. So that means your mamas, our mamas and shit, they ancient souls. 1950 on back. Alright? Ancient souls. So you came back just for this war. You feel me? Because these are the souls that was here when they first took over the planet from us. See what I'm saying? The newer the soul, the more ancient it is. It's the opposite of what you think. So if a baby just being born in 2021, that soul is more ancient than my soul that was born in 86. Or your soul that was born in 96. Or your soul that was born in 2002. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how it works. It's the opposite. Because it started in 1950 on back. Alright? So, Your second option, we know A is going into the light. All right? B is going into the darkness. You turn around, you go into the darkness. If you go into the darkness, you break free of reincarnation. You will now have full freedom to go wherever you want to go from there. Because that's how life really was before they created the moonlight and hijacked this realm and put us under light code lockdown. Which what we are under, which they are doing that through blocking out the suns, right? With the clouds, right? So the whole time you're in this reality, they push this fear of death into you and this belief of heaven and hell so that you don't rise up against them from the inside and take back your planet. You understand? It's the only reason that they have pushed the fear of death towards you. Because without that fear of death, you wouldn't take half this shit that the police, the government in this country does. Motherfucker be thinking like, I don't want to. See what I'm saying? That's what they using. The misinformation of it. Not understanding what it is. Not understanding that it's not even natural to the planet. Before they brought the oxygen in and time spent and all that, before we lost that war to them, because it was a war and they won. Why? Because they threw the first punch. They sucker punched us, caught us off guard, attacked us with our own technology, and we didn't, from within, we didn't see it coming. Remember, we was helping these human beings. We assigned the Moors to help them. So we didn't plan on them attacking us. We was loving on these human beings. Remember that. That whole story of the Pilgrims and the Indians is about them doing that to us, but it was on a bigger level. It wasn't just no country they took. They took our whole planet, and that's exactly how they came, like the Pilgrims and the Indians, nigga. Pleiadians landed on them ships. Hey, we come in peace. We got cool with the Pleiadians, start kicking it with them, exchanging technology. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We already knew who they was, but you know, they had never been on no Malaysian shit yet in the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that on their name yet. You know what I'm saying? So they were smooth with us. Kicked it with them. Then they told us about these human beings that was in the caves, hiding out in our caves. We told the human beings, y'all can come out the caves, man. Stop hiding. They come out the caves looking like animals. We teach them how to stand upright. You know what I'm saying? We get them looking good. You feel me? Other gods start coming and having sex with them. You know, that's how good we had them looking compared to how they was when they came out the Caucasus originally. So, that's why they tell you in the Bible about, you know, and the angels came down from heaven and had sex with them, took them as their wives. That's what they talking about. Them taking these human beings as their wives. You know what I'm saying? So, had sex with the daughters of men. These human daughters, the daughters of these humans, you know, so, because we wasn't supposed to did that, but we did it anyway. Some of the guys was having sex with them anyway. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't supposed to did that, which, you know, is free will. So, you know, some of the guys was having sex with the humans, you know? Yeah, like it get deep, you feel me? Some of the guys was having sex with the humans, so I say all that to say, you know, this all led to that war of them taking over our realm. And once they took over our realm and conquered us, they created this whole false narrative of heaven and earth. You feel me? He said, can't ask the drip. Definitely did, though. Because, like, the gods came, like that's how it was. Like, you know, when they first came out the Caucasus, they was like animals. You know, we helped them stand upright. You know, we got them looking good. And then you had guys that were still coming back and forth to the planet, and they would see the daughters of these human beings, and they like, damn, she look good. Remember, we made them in Zeus made them, Satan made them in our image. Remember that? So they look like us. So, you know, the guys was coming seeing them like, okay, shit, I can slide on up in there. She got a vagina, I can, you know, we got the same thing, you know. They couldn't help themselves. They fell into that lust, you know. They fell into that, to their lower self. They fell into that sacral chakra energy. See, you got to understand, we always had guys that was, you know, as above, so below, man. That's what you got to understand. Like, nobody is too big to fall from grace, that grace in themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, you always had that option because you control your reality. So you decide whether to go up or down at all times. So, that's what they was getting into. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was into. And, it was wrong. It wasn't right. But they did it, though. You hear me? They was having sex with him. It'll be no different than God's having. That's why, right, like today, like I keep telling y'all, we not supposed to mix our seed with nobody outside our race. I'm just being real with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, if y'all gonna date, man. Y'all gonna have sex, but don't have no babies.